You're 35,000 feet in the air. The air outside is minus 50 degrees Celsius, and the atmospheric pressure is so low your lungs would collapse in seconds. Between you and that frozen void are just a few inches of acrylic. And then you see it. A hole. Right in the glass. Your first instinct is panic. Is the window cracking? Is the cabin losing air? You look at the flight attendant, but they're smiling, handing out pretzels. They know something you don't. That tiny hole isn't a mistake. It's the only thing stopping this entire plane from popping like a balloon. The science of pressure. To understand the hole, you have to understand the pressure demon. As a plane climbs, the air outside gets thin. To keep you breathing, the plane's engines pump air into the cabin to simulate the pressure of being back on the ground. This creates a massive conflict. The air inside is pushing out with incredible force, while the thin air outside offers no resistance. Think of the plane like a giant soda bottle being shaken. The fuselage wants to burst. Now look closer at your window. It's not just one piece of glass. It's a sandwich of 3 layers. 1. The inner pane. That's the scratch pane, the one you can touch. It's just there to keep your fingers and snacks off the important stuff. 2. The middle pane. This is where the magic happens. This is the one with the hole. 3. The outer pane. This is the heavy lifter. It's the primary structural barrier between you and the sky. This tiny opening is officially called a bleed hole. Its job? To balance the pressure. By having a hole in the middle pane, the plane allows the pressure to act only on the outer pane. The middle pane stays in reserve, completely relaxed. Why? Because if a bird hits the window or a freak crack develops in the outer pane, the outer layer fails. Suddenly, the middle pane, which has been resting this whole time, takes over. The bleed hole is so small that the cabin's pressurization system can easily outrun the tiny bit of air escaping through it, giving the pilots plenty of time to drop to a lower altitude safely. It's a backup for a backup, a failsafe designed in the 1950s that hasn't changed since. The fog factor. But the hole has a second, much humbler job. Have you ever noticed that your window doesn't fog up or frost over, despite it being freezing outside? That's also the bleed hole. It allows moisture to escape from the gap between the panes. Without that tiny hole, your window seat would just be a view of a gray, icy wall. You wouldn't see the Grand Canyon. You'd see a frozen mist. So, the next time you're flying and you see that little gap, don't call the flight attendant in a panic. Lean back and relax. That tiny hole is a masterpiece of engineering. It's breathing, so you don't have to worry about the pressure. It's the smallest thing on the plane, but it's doing the biggest job.